My presentation will be talking about subchronic toxicity of Ammi visnaga and its radical scavenging and the enhancement of humoral response of activity. This work was conducted at the University Hassan Secondary University from Morocco, mainly in the Laboratory of Immunology and Biodiversity at the Faculty of Science Ain Shok of Casablanca in Morocco. To start my presentation, we will highlight the following point: a background of the study, problem statement, material and method, result, and conclusion. So as we know, our immune system is able to fight against the foreign invader. During a physiological status, our physiology system, our immune system, at the physiological system, normally they are categorized in two parts: innate and adaptive immune system. For those from innate immune system, they are those mechanisms that react quickly to prevent antigen. But for those adaptive immune system, those are reactions that take time to specify which antigen, which foreign invader is coming into our organism. So to describe, to have an overview to that point, firstly, I tried to summarize what happened in case where there is an invader. So once we have an antigen that coming from outside, our macrophage is able to recognize that antigen, and then it become antigen presenting cells. In the same case, those antigen presenting cells, it stimulates the T helper cells. Those T helper cells are those who go to make a memory B cells in order to recognize next antigen in case there is another exposure to the same antigen. There is also another way also for cellular immune response, where an antigen can be exposed, can go through directly through the B cells, where the B cells is cytotoxic T cells are recognized antigen directly and kill it. In the same case, those cytotoxic T cells, they leave a memory B cells of course for leaving the memory in case there is another the same antigen that coming after as second exposure. And also the same as the common in the previous slide, also our antigen can be exposed for second time, where the antigen presenting cells can activate cytotoxic cells, where it stimulates cytotoxic cells in order to kill the foreign invader, what we call it, antigen. For immune response, our antigen, once is exposed, there is also another way where the antigen can go directly to stimulate the B cells, where B cells is activated and give the memory B cells. And also there is another way where B cells, where T helper cells can activate the B cells at the same time to give memory B cells and the plasma cells. Those plasma cells are those which gives the antibodies against the coming antigen. So in some cases, our immune system is not able to recognize those antigen due to different factors. In case there is impairment of our immune system, we can list some factors such as free radicals, which can have different sources. Those sources can target also have the same target for targeting cells, and they impair the physiological the physiology of cells. And also those formation, they can have different sources, either from endogenous or external. They can come off also as exogenous. Those endogenous, those are that factors that comes from inside of the body, and those that coming from outside. So to prevent those effects caused by free radicals, some molecules have a capacity of donating the electrons to free radicals in order to become harmless. Those we can list mainly the natural molecules. Natural molecules, they have a capability to the electron in order to change, in order to convert the natural free radicals to harmless molecules. As our problematic of our study, normally our body, in case there is impairment of our immunological system, which can come from free radicals, can be impaired our immunological system, which can lead to different pathological disease and even in the production of antibodies. So, as our nature is contained many of medicinal plants, here in our context we use Ammi visnaga, which is a plant available for community, and then their side effect is less compared to the existing treatment to various diseases, and also it could be the key point for global community against different pathologies, as my previous presentation have said. So, Ammi visnaga is an annual plant and medicinal plant which have an important roles in traditional medicine, where it belongs to the family of Apiaceae, and also it grows mainly in a Mediterranean region, where mainly in Morocco, North Africa, like Morocco, Egypt, and Asia, different countries. It possesses different biological activities due to their presence of chemical compound such as polyphenol, flavonoid, and so on. And also in a recent study, they shown that there is two mostly abundant by active molecules, visnagin and kelin, which showed the important biological effect at the different level of physiology. So, to evaluate the effect of Ammi visnaga, first of all, the first step was to correct plants and dry it. But after drying, we ground it in order to transform it in a powder. And after we perform extraction with hydroalcoholic extraction, and also we filtrate our extract and we evaporate in order to remove a solvent. To evaluate our effect, we started with DPPH antioxidant activity, where we take 1.95 milliliter of DPPH solution. We mixed with 50 microliter of extract, and we incubated it for 30 minutes in a dark area, and we did with at 570 nanometers. To evaluate the effect of scavenging activity, we use the following formula. Also, we performed reducing power, where we take 1 milliliter of extract mixed with 2 meter of buffer solution, adjusted at 6.6, and we add 2 milliliter of potassium ferricyanide concentrated at 1%. At the next step, we incubate in a buffer, in a water bath at 50 degrees Celsius for 20 minutes. And then after 20 minutes, we take 2 milliliter of tricloracetic acid concentrated at 10%. And then with this mixture, we take 2 milliliter of reaction. We mixed with 2 milliliter of distilled water, and we add 0.4 of 0.1% of iron chloride. And after mixing those reaction, we incubated for 10 minutes at room temperature, and then we did our our optic density for at 700 nanometers. So in vivo assessment, for the first time, we evaluated subchronic toxicity to evaluate if our plant have no effect to animals, where we take animals from different cages and we let it for a period of adaptation. And we started with administrating 1 gram per kilo of Ammi visnaga with hydroalcoholic extract, where we make a follow-up for 90 days, daily with a daily monitoring of with the toxicological sign, and also by recording body variation and the other sign which can be available. So this was first step, and also to evaluate if our plant have an effect of antibody production. We take different mice, we let it for a period of time for adaptation, and then for the first day we give an administration of a extract during 3 days. On the third day, we take an extract with with 1 kilogram and 0.5 kilogram. We give it to our animals, and we continue with the same administration up to 10 days. On day 7, on day 3, we take those animals we injected red blood cells from rats in order to stimulate antibody production as antigen. And then at 10 days, we take all animals we sacrificed with anesthesia, and then we take a blood from cardiac culture, and we centrifuge in order to have a serum, and we incubate it for 2 hours in order to take those to denaturate the complement. And then after 2 hours, we take our serum to the 96 micro plate, where we put 50 microliter in a plate, and we challenge our serum with red blood cells, the same red blood cell we used during immunization. In this level, we use it at the with serial manner, where we use the first concentration with a half for the previous concentration. So, according to our results of ferric reducing power, our plant demonstrated reduced power of scavenging free radicals from ferric reducing power, where it converts iron 2 plus from iron to reduce ferric iron from 3 plus to 2 plus, and to know if our plant possess an antioxidant activity, we calculate a IC50, where our IC50 was belong to 0.9 of milligram per kilo per milliliter. So for the next step, for next experiment, we evaluate antioxidant through the PPH, where we calculate IC50 and demonstrate our IC50 was at 6.964 of milligram per liter. So for subchronic evaluation of our extract, as I said before, we evaluated daily the toxicological evaluation, where we did the daily monitoring by body variation in each animals, and we reviewed that our control is able to, there is no change compared to the treated one. And also we did also we calculate after the day of sacrifice. We found that our extract could have an effect on body relative organ on relative organ weight, where we found the red color which present an extract which for the liver there is an increasing compared to the control one. The I can mention that the control, those are the group of animals which receive the vehicles compared to the red one which received extract. Again, for evaluating as a toxicological evaluation, we assessed hematological parameters where we demonstrated that the white blood cells were significantly different compared to the control, while for other parameters of leukocyte, there is no statistical significant, even if there is some difference, but there was not significant difference. And also with platelet also, they reviewed that compared to the control, there is an increasing of platelet. For red blood cells, there is no difference compared to the control one. And also we evaluate the biochemical parameters. We evaluate azat and arat, where and creatinine and urea, where we review that our extract have an impact on azat, where we compared to the control, our extract has have an impact on increasing of azat compared to the control. For other parameters, we didn't recognize any difference and was not different compared to the control one. In the same way, we analyzed also histopathological effect of our extract, and we demonstrated where chronic during 90 days of administration compared to the control, it can have an impact on cellular level, where at liver level we reviewed a difference of hepatocellular necrosis compared to the control which maintained the architecture. And also we recognize also a brief difference on kidney, where there is glomerular discrete, where chronic glomerular discrete. And also for spleen it maintained they maintain there is no difference, it means normal compared to the treated extract. Of course, as our main assessment for our antibody production, our extract, we evaluated compared to the control with two doses, 0.5 gram per kilo and 1 gram per kilo. We compared antibody production compared to the control one, which represented in blue. And we compared to the control, we recognize that there is significant production of antibodies which could give us an idea that our plants have an effect of antibody production, where we calculate percentage of immunostimulatory effect, which is estimated in both doses, 0.5 and the 1, at 90.9% compared to the control. And also note that our extract have at 1 gram has an increasing of antibody production, which gives us an idea to confirm our result of immunostimulatory effect. So as our conclusion, our plant reviewed antioxidant activity with ESSN count, which can say that our extract is its antioxidant activity is a moderate compared to the previous one. Our in vivo antibodies production is significantly compared to the control. And also our extract should be done with precaution during chronic injection or at high doses. So our findings can be beneficial for treating immunological disease and even those the that can be generated from free radicals effect. To end my presentation, I thank you for your attention and see you for next time. If there is any question, you can open the microphone. Thank you.